he's just here. He is now. He's just shooting them down, sniping them off, and there's nothing to protect Wing's tanks. So just a barrage of laser fire, just sniping, strafing those tanks, and soon Wing's mighty attack force to knock out that entire expansion is basically failed, and Bbyong comes in with his own tanks. Dropships back in from Wing, but is this going to be enough? Doesn't look like it, because he's still got the Wraiths there, still like almost a control group full of Wraiths, and with the SCVs in there to help, nothing's really going to be able to happen in terms of that. My screen's just died. Here we go. Back on. Just had a quick technical difficulty there. In the meantime, Bbyong has basically managed to defend his expansion. Wing shifting pace now and bringing his forces around to Bbyong's natural, but God, those Wraiths, he almost got two control groups of them now, and when they just fly in, they just stack together and they just start shooting, and they kill things extremely quickly. I mean, Wraith-based damage against ground, the air-to-ground damage is only, what 6 or 8 damage? That's just nothing, but when you've got so many of them and they fire fairly quickly, it's carnage. Just to like to remind people, of course, the game is in 2x speed. I mean, that's why everything's happening so quickly, but even at 1x speed, you'd notice a fairly quick slaughter of anything on the ground when Wraiths are in such huge numbers. Even with missile turrets, as you can see, he's just coming in and sniping them. Wing bringing in enough Goliaths now to scare them off, but it doesn't matter too much because the Wraiths are just so maneuverable they can get out. Now, this is what Wing needed to be doing from the start, building a lot of missile turrets around the map, especially around its expansions. He's managed to really gear up, and the map is just basically split in a diagonal from top left to bottom right, with either player taking each side of each sort of diagonal corner of the map. And both players with plenty of resources, plenty of missile turrets going down. Bbyong objective here is to stop the dropships from coming in, and this is exactly what's happening. Just still doesn't have any missile turrets. You can see a SCV building one of them, but just not quick enough, and Wing is able to make the first move and just cutting up the symmetry of the map dominance here, but just by loading in a whole bunch of Goliaths. And if he's quick with those scans, he's going to be able to take out those Wraiths if they show up. So very strong attack here by Wing. Dropships very quickly taken out by Bbyong. That was careless, but we've got a double-pronged attack here by Wing. One attack going in on the expansion on the left, one of them heading through the natural at the top. But the Wraiths in a very strong defensive position when coupled with the tanks, because the tanks will be able to blast any Goliaths that come in range, and if if Wing sends his tanks in as well, I mean, he's got the Wraiths there as well, so pretty safe position from Bbyong. But Wing has managed to achieve something at least by knocking out the bottom left expansion. But yeah, just complete dominance of the skies here. Bbyong just really isolating Wing's forces here and there. Whenever he sees a group of just like a few tanks and Goliaths on his own, just the Wraiths swoop in and shoot them all down really quickly. That's why Wing absolutely has to keep his forces together in large sizes at this point and build a lot of missile turrets, because if he doesn't, then those Wraiths are just going to be able to get pretty much free control over the map, and he'll just be able to bully his way in. Oh, God. Valkyries now. Wing has got 6 to 8 Valkyries. Maybe this will be enough to take out some of Bbyong's Wraiths, but he's got to be careful with them, because he's got to scan, and he's got to make sure that the Wraiths don't shoot them down almost instantly, which they are capable of doing, even though the Wraith, the Valkyries got more than enough up. Oh, God. Didn't scan in time. The Wraiths just came in and shot down all of the Valkyries out of the sky in just like a millisecond. Even though it's in 2x play, even if we had it slowed down to 1x play, I don't think you would have seen those Valkyries in the sky for more than a couple of seconds, because that's how many Wraiths he had. And Wraith air damage is just a fantastic damage per second. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Bbyong spotting Wing sneakily trying to take the expansion down the bottom left. Immediately he sends his Wraiths down that way and starts building a command center next to it. That command center is not going to stay there for very long. As soon as those Wraiths get there, look how fast they're shooting down. It's a command center. It's got like thousands of hit points. Well, 1,500 or something like that. All right, WinG making more Valkyries. Let's hope that he can do a little bit more damage with them next time. What he really needs to do is get into a position where he can just scan, fly in, and get some first hits off of the Valkyries, because they can really do a lot of damage to the Wraith with their massive splash damage. Here he goes now. The scan goes off, but the Valkyries, the Wraiths retreat. Oh, the fight goes off. Ooh. The Valkyries got slaughtered, but not before doing enough damage to the Wraiths to force them to need some serious reparation. I mean, just a few Valkyrie hits with the splash damage and 6 damage or whatever it is, might be 8 damage per rocket, really just takes a heavy toll on those